All right, what's up? It's Beyond the Road podcast. We back with another episode. My name's Kwame. I'm kicking it with Zoe. What up, bro? How's it going, man?
It's going great, bro. Ready to start this pod. Excited to talk about some fights, upcoming events. The huge, bro.
Hell yeah, man. So this weekend we had the UFC Paris, but before that, we had the Adrian Lee versus Ty one championship. That was
Yep.
dope. We were actually training. We're out there,
Mm-hmm.
getting it in, and we're about to do a sparring round. We're like, oh shit, Ty and Adrian about to fight, bro. So we had to lock in, had the squad out there watching the fight. Um, you know, I was surprised, man. To be honest with you, like I didn't really know what Ty was gonna look like.
Mm-hmm.
Standing up. He looked pretty good. So I'm throwing some kicks. Had his hands down a little bit, but he was able to take Adrian Lee down and kind of control him on the ground and kind of beat him up. It looked like Adrian Lee almost kind of like he had some up kicks on him, but Ty was eating him. Yeah, bro, it was nice to see him get that W, bro. Like, what were your thoughts on the fight, man?
I thought the fight was great. I thought it was a lot better than people were thinking it was going to be, just because Ruotolo, grappler, didn't really expect too much striking out of him. His striking looked really good. Like his jabs were quick, nice high kick. We were kind of just surprised. We were kind of just wondering when the fight was going to go to the ground, and it went to the ground right away. Adrian had him in his close guard. Surprised how well he kept him in the close guard. He was able to control Ty's posture. But like towards the end of the first round, it was getting a little dicey. Adrian was getting popped a little bit. He was keeping his hands down. Those up kicks were very effective against Ty. It's just the thing that I couldn't just like really get over is like, man, it should be in a cage, bro. Like the the amount of times that Adrian was like stuck in the ring on the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying it wasn't like beneficial for Adrian, especially getting out of those tight positions. Like he did use his feet to bounce off the ropes to get out of mount. I think got a mount twice, which
Mm-hmm.
was super impressive. I believe like the thing that surprised us the most was like Ty's striking and Adrian's grappling, because you have to be a beast to be able to go against to go against Ty's like grappling. He's one of the best in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And Adrian, he's been doing MMA since he was 3, so you would think that he'd be ready for whatever Ty had in the store come to the striking. So it was really surprising, bro. But at the end of the day, I felt like that reset at the end could have gone either way. The ref stopped them, reset it. Choke was already set,
Yeah.
finished it. But I definitely think Adrian will be back. He's 19 years old, so it's just tough, dude, going against one of the best grapplers in the world. Shout out to Ty, shout out to Cade. They're ready to go. But I mean, just when it comes to Adrian Lee, like he was dead set on being undefeated his whole career. So just a couple things that he's got to work on, but I'm sure he'll be back.
I agree with you, man. That those fights should be in a cage. It's hilarious because we be seeing like these jujitsu matches. We saw one with that one commentator. Like their match was in a
Oh yeah,
cage.
yeah,
Then you
yeah,
go to one. These guys are scrapping. They're in a freaking boxing ring, and it's like, what the hell?
yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of weird. But hey, yeah, shout out to both these guys, man. They put on a good fight. Like you said, dude, I was also impressed with Adrian Lee's his grappling, being able to keep up. And they're so young and they have a lot to grow. It's kind of reminds me of like what was it when Max Holloway went against
Dustin.
Dustin, right?
Yeah.
Really early on. It's like
Hmm.
they're probably gonna see each other again like
Yeah.
way later. We're watching this in real time, and it's like
Yeah.
they're gonna both be legends if they keep going the way they're going,
Hmm.
and I'm excited to see that. And Ty just looked comfortable out there. He looked like he didn't look nervous. He looked like he wanted to fight. Like he looked like a fighter, even just from the standoff. In the beginning, I was like, "Damn, this dude looks like he wants to fucking scrap, bro. He looks
Yeah.
like he wants to be in there."
Right.
And he didn't just get KO'd in the first. You just
Hmm.
never know, man.
Nah, not
So
with the fight. No, you don't.
you just don't know. Like, oh, this guy's gonna get head kicked, and like we're just like, damn, that was a bad decision. Or he's gonna get beat up, you
Hmm.
know, ground and pounded. Nah, bro. So real deal. They're all in the same weight class, which is crazy. All the brothers, right? Adrian Lee's bro and Cade and Ty. It's
Christian.
a trip,
Yep.
bro. Yeah. So I'm excited. It's one loss. Adrian Lee shouldn't feel too bad about it. Just back to the lab. It was a tough fight. You're fighting one of the best grapplers in his weight in the world, bro. Literally. Like,
Hmm.
so, all right, you got choked out. I mean, back to the lab. I mean, that's as hard as it's going to get on the ground, to be
For sure.
honest with you. So,
Yeah.
he's going to be a tough guy to beat, especially if they
Hmm.
get a cage. Ty can just be taking him if he wants to, keep it standing up, but then when the opportunity comes, take him down and just hold him down. Dude, just beat him up in half guard, ground and pound, get their back. It can just be like a Khabib's type of fight, bro. Like he can win, you can win championships like that, and you have a longer career doing that too. So that style of fighting is not bad at all, dude. So I like it.
Do you think Christian is gonna have a run at Ty now? Adrian's brother.
Man, I hope so, dude. I hope so, dude. That'll be like some kind of like John Jones type of shit, dude. Like when John Jones came in, he just fought. He went through the best, bro. It was
Yeah.
like that type of run is fucking
Hmm.
incredible. Very rare to see. I'm hoping that let's keep giving him some fucking tough fights. He wants it. He's like, hey, I don't want to fight these fucking tow truck drivers, these
Yeah.
plumbers. Like,
I got
give
that
me
50K.
yeah, dude, 50K? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy, dude. Who gets that on their first MMA fight? Like who the fuck gets that, dude? Like that's why one's taking care of these guys because they know they're the future, which is cool. UFC don't give a fuck. They can be like, you can be like the future. They don't. You got 5 knockouts. You still ain't getting shit, bro.
10
You're
and
getting
10, 5 to
yeah.
5, 70% is going to your team, and then you're just like,
That's why one is pretty cool, man. The
yeah.
paper's there. Not a
Hmm.
whole lot of people in the United States watch one, but hopefully it starts to get more popular because they got some banger fights.
For sure.
But yeah, that was dope. Can't wait for his next one, man. But yeah, what else we got going on?
I mean, just going off of that, what you said, I do think like if one championship keeps on like having these fights, I think the Ruotolo brothers signing was just huge, just because like you have they're twins, they're the best of the best, and I think that was just like a huge signing for them, and I think if they have the eye for the talent, there's so much talent out there now, especially with all the grappling tournaments that happen nowadays. Like you're gonna be able to get some good guys who transfer well from jiu-jitsu into MMA. I think Dorian from CJI was talking about you want to do MMA. But hey, man, there's so many good athletes, and I think it's just good that there's another promotion out there putting in some work and trying to get the athletes and taking care of them. I think it's just a good look.
Yeah, there's no hate on one, bro. But
Hmm.
it's just I don't know. I mean, they are missing like the stardom. I mean, I guess it's hard to transfer to the U.S. for whatever reason, but
Hmm.
we'll see. I mean, I hope they stay afloat. Like I know you were talking about they were having some issues,
Yeah,
but we'll see, bro. I hope so. I mean, it's hard. It's hard to make it out here. It's just like the UFC. It's like the UFC is like the NFL, right? Like they try to start. Even in US, they try to start other little football leagues. Even Ice Cube is struggling with his basketball
or the
league.
3-on-3,
They're
the
hating
big
on
three.
him. Like NBA is just trying to shut him down, bro. It's
It's
like some
just like all
mafia
the
shit.
monopoly stuff, bro. Like even with the UFC BJJ stuff, like we could go into that if you want. Like
Yeah,
getting all the best athletes,
bro.
tying them down. They're gonna sign a contract and be like, "Hey, man, you're stuck with this number." I think Nicky Rod talked about it in one of his podcasts where he's like, "Hey, if I had I guess one championship reached out to Nicky Rod,
No
and
way.
they gave him a number, and he declined it. He bet on himself, and he's like, if I would have
Really?
took that number, yeah, if I would have took that number, I would have tied myself down to that. So it's like,
Mm.
these athletes have to look out after themselves, their brand, whatever outlet they're using to get some bread. You have to think about that stuff. Like you could be looking for stability. You could be looking for taking care of your family. It just depends on your situation. So I'm not knocking anybody who signs exclusive contracts, but like if you want to expand your personal brand, you want to expand your social media and stuff, like you have to have those outlets to get different streams of revenue from this protein brand or this other
Mm.
sponsorship for these rash guards. You have to be able to do that. If you're tied to the UFC, they're like, nah, and you stick
Yeah.
to that, and they'll be like, we'll pay you an exposure. We'll show you in a UFC fight.
Mm.
You'll be able to build your brand like that. But
Yeah.
having followers, I'm sure you know this very well. Like having followers doesn't always equal money. You have to be able to use that to be able to have that as an opportunity.
Yeah,
You
it's
have to be
true.
able, you can't just because you have a mil followers. I'm sure you know people who have tons of followers, but maybe they're struggling financially because they don't know how to convert those followers into a product or something.
Look, I can already see what the UFC is doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're basically gonna copy the whole Gracie Barra fucking protocol, bro. Look,
Okay. Let me
we're
see.
at Jiu-Jitsu Con, and I see the UFC booth thing, and it's talking about open your own school, UFC gym, and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Like, I know they did MMA stuff, but now UFC is a big on Jiu-Jitsu. So this is what they're gonna do, bro. You sign up for, you get your exclusive contract with UFC. You're a jiu-jitsu fighter for UFC,
Mm-hmm.
but then they're gonna be like, all right, well, where do you live? And you're like, oh, I live in whatever Central Coast, California. Like, oh, well, we saw you did good here. You won your first 4 fights. You're a black belt. Like, how about you invest in one of our schools? You can have your own school out here. Oh
Mm-hmm.
wait, you won the belt. Now you go open the school, and now that you're generating money, you have UFC on your school. That's like having Gracie on your school. Like, it's
Right.
like
Okay.
equivalent, bro. Like,
Yeah.
people are gonna sign. They're gonna see UFC. They're gonna be like, oh, and then they might have Muay Thai there, wrestling, jujitsu, and you're like the owner of it. You were on TV. People know you. So it's like I can see what they're doing. So that's part of the plan. I think they're gonna sell to them.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll probably see some of these guys opening up UFC gyms. Because, like, think about it. Like, all right, let's say Tackett, for instance. Like, I'm not sure what gym he has now, but hey, dude, UFC is gonna be like that, bro. You think they're gonna let him? Hypothetically, like, let's say if they're like, oh, I want to open my gym, and it's gonna be fucking Gracie Barra gym. They're probably gonna be like, nah, it has to be UFC. You're under us. Like, they pretty much own you, bro. That's how I kind of
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
And I mean, that path is you're gonna have money. It's a safe path to go for
Mm-hmm.
a lot of these guys. So I don't see that it's that bad. But if you were a star like a Nicky Rod, I mean, it's probably going to be a bad move for you to just go for that. You should just be looking for like the super fights, kind of like kind of like on a smaller level, like a fucking Mayweather type of thing, where you're just like, I just do super fights and I just get paid 100K a fight, 200K a fight, because I know I can sell tickets. I know I can go put out instructionals. I can pop up at your school for 10K. It doesn't make sense signing a contract for him. Only the new up and coming guys, the guys in
Mm-hmm.
the IB, uh, BJF, whatever the fuck. Still can't say that shit. If you're in that, you're winning titles. It's like, what next? You got 10K followers. You're a fucking killer. Nobody knows who you are. UFC might be your fucking ticket to go on there, create a personality, get the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna probably front you to open that gym. I mean, I think that's cool for people like that. Especially if you're getting zero money, bro. Like, you can only afford 2 gis and you're a world champion. Like, come on, bro.
Nah, you got to be able to get some bread.
You
And
gotta
plus,
get paid.
it's easier on
Yeah.
the body as well. Like doing these super fights, you fight what, twice a year, 3 times a year. You getting
Oh
paid.
shit.
That's way better. I mean, you see these guys freaking competing 6 times a month. It's like, bro, how is
Holy
your
shit.
body? How is your recovery? Because
They're all
that's
fucked up.
and some of them they're not. They're just doing these tournaments, not getting paid. So it's tough, bro. It's just tough to grow the sport. There's a lot of like mixed opinions on it, especially with CJI and how that performed, and like, can there be a potential? I think jujitsu is a fantastic sport. That's why we talk about
Yeah.
it on the podcast all the time. There's so much room for growth. It's just the sport's just going in so many different directions at once.
Mhm.
But once one thing hits, people, just like jujitsu techniques, they'll learn to be like, oh, this works. People start innovating.
Mm.
CJI, they had the pit. UFC now has a bowl. They see what works. They innovate it. Whatever sticks, sticks. And I just think we're in like the growing pains of it. I mean, just like the early stages. Hopefully, this could be like a legit career path you want to go to. If you're a freaking ninja, you want to be able to choke people out and get paid doing it. I'm sure it could be a solid place to do that. It just, there has to be the right places. You don't want to tie yourself down to certain contracts and get paid for or not get paid for all the work you do, because to be a jiu-jitsu athlete, bro, you got to put in work. Like, you have to put in, you
Hella
have to
work,
study,
right?
you have to know what techniques to use, you have to know how to take care of your body, know how to train right in the training room, how to stretch, have the right diet, recovery, All that stuff is like 24 hours around the clock. So you can't be like, taking too much time off or, doing stuff like that. But there's so many different paths. If you're a hobbyist, if you're a competitor, if you just like it to relieve stress, if you're like Moneyberg, there's so many different paths you could be, take this sport to. And I think there's not a lot of things that you could do that with. Like if you want to play basketball after high school, it's like there's like not a lot of ways to make money out of it. You could be like a social media guy. You could
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, but like after 20 years old, there's not really a lot of pathways. But with jujitsu, it's like you're still like a baby. You can still do so many things at that age. So I think that it's cool for sure.
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, the realistically, the only way to make money with jujitsu is having a school, bro. I mean, for most, I'd say most people, that's gonna be the way they're gonna make money. I mean, there isn't a whole lot of people making money on social media because it's not easy. Um, I think that's like probably the main way is opening a school. Like, what other way? Not a lot of these guys are gonna be able to compete for 250K, bro. Like
No.
right now. So
So
school should be the goal, right? For most of these guys, these black
I, w-
belts.
I
Or
would think so. I would think school is like I think it's like the OG pathway,
it's OG, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you get your belt, you get your black belt, you compete, solidify yourself as a good competitor. You open up your own school, you're certified, you have students, have a kids class, you're able to train all day, do what you love. Other ways to make income is like BJJ instructionals. So
Mm,
when they offered Craig Jones the UFC contract, he was like, "This is nothing compared to what I make through instructionals."
damn.
So when he said that, I'm like, "How much is this fool making off instructionals alone?" BJJ Fanatics. I'm not sure when they were founded, but you go online, you can literally learn the techniques from the best of the best. They'll break some stuff down. Danner will be talking for 7 hours. You'll probably understand a few words what he's saying, and you're like, all right, let's take this to the training room. And I think it's a good way to do that. But in order to have those instructional sales, you have to make sure that you're doing good in competition. So I
Nah.
think that's the main way to do that. But Craig is funny with his marketing, and I think that's the main thing that these guys got to start working on is marketing, social media management, sales conversions, e-commerce. Like you have to be able to have a product, digital product, be able to sell what you got, and people got to enjoy your product. You got to keep on purchasing. If you buy one Craig instruction, I'm sure someone else is buying another one after that. You got to make sure your product's good. So you have to kind of have that business hat on when you're doing that stuff. But if you're not about getting on camera, showing your personality and stuff like that, then you're just gonna have to be really good at competition, and just do that. Maybe open up a school, but I'm sure more avenues are gonna pop up in the future. There's gonna be something else where it's like
Mhm.
people are gonna start gravitating towards. But when you said open up your school, I think instructionals and social media.
Yeah. Yeah, the instructionals are dope because I think that's the best thing ever. I think in general, for any business, digital content is fucking legit. I put out some digital content on my other page, and it's dope. I mean, I don't have to physically do anything. It's digital, bro. Like I don't have to sell a book. I don't have to pack anything. It's just like you look and you're like, oh, people are buying it, and that's fucking dope. And the thing is like I've seen some of like Donaher's instructionals and stuff, and they're fucking great, bro. And they're long as fuck, but it's like worth it. You're like, damn, it's kind of expensive, but you're like, and you start learning some of this, and you apply it when you go train. You're like, damn, this shit fucking works, and it's like, why wouldn't you buy the next one? So yeah, instructionals. If you could, so okay, let me tell you this.
Okay.
So Donaher kind of coaches people now. He doesn't even compete. I haven't seen him ever compete,
I don't
bro.
think he ever competed. I know he used to roll and he used to be like badass. Like people were
Yeah,
like, "Damn, this fool tapped me out." I think he tapped
yeah,
out for Rasa Hobby in like couple seconds, but like I don't think he
yeah.
competed.
So he never competed. So that shows you right there. You don't have to compete, but if you have a high knowledge of the game and you're able to train people and they're successful, you have a way of putting something out, which is
True.
fucking dope. He's like
Mhm.
crippled now, but he's still like not
Yeah,
crippled, but he's like
I know
he's
what you mean.
jacked up.
Yeah,
But he's
and
jacked
he's
up,
like,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah, and he can still put out shit because It's all in his head, and he's able to translate it into words, and people understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, you can be like a fucking professor out here and just be some like wizard, and but yeah, the people have to be able to trust you, and then you'll be able to
Mm-hmm.
put out digital content. And I guess BJJ Fanatics is like the
Mm-hmm.
number one, but yeah, there's that, and just you see some of these guys, Andre Galval, huh? He has his
Mm-hmm.
books. Yeah, books coming out.
Yeah.
Hickson has his books coming out,
Mm-hmm.
so you can put out a book, digital. So yeah, there's some avenues, but yeah, man, you're talking about money. You're talking about Moneyberg showing up the King's Way, bro.
Saw that.
Gordon Ryan's new
Jim.
fucking gym, bro.
Yeah.
You got these fools wearing rash guards out there. I didn't see. He didn't look like he was sweating at all. Um, I'm not sure if he trained. He did have a anaconda knee brace on, so I'm like, all right, maybe he got some rolls in.
Yeah.
Dude's
I'm
pretty
thinking.
big.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Dude is fucking big. So I'm interested to see some footage, man. Maybe a video is gonna come out. He's rolling with these guys, dude. I hope so.
I heard them
Uh,
talking about it on Joe Rogan, their fight companion, about
yeah.
talking about Moneyberg. I think Gordon Ryan was like, oh, he could take like an average 40-year-old black belt.
Okay.
So,
All
I
right.
mean, these guys are defending him, bro. So it's like it's crazy. Usually Joe Rogan is like, Jamie, check that out. Do your research.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
that. I just don't know why Joe hasn't been like, hey, pull up some Rolly footage right now. What's stopping him from saying that? But I mean, hey man, if they're saying he could hang with black belts, then it's like we just got to see it. We'll just see it, and then everybody else will shut up. Like everybody else will just shut up if they saw it. But at the same time, if you're Moneyberg, you're like everybody's annoyed at me. Let's just annoy the people more.
Keep it going. Yeah.
Have people talking about me. He even tags us on like his posts. Like we talked about him a few times. Like he'll
Yeah.
tag us on
Yeah.
the Beyond the Road podcast. I'm like, this guy just enjoys it. Like he just
Yeah.
enjoys like just like have people talking about him, and it's interesting. Seeing this dude rolling with some socks on. But I mean, if he's training with Gordon and he's training with those guys at Kingsway now, I hope he gets better. There's no way you go to a gym like that and you just don't get better. So hopefully, he'll call someone out for a match or something, and we could all just like watch it, because it's like you don't even have to be that good. I know we talked about it when Adrian Lee was in the pod. Like we're just like, Death Sense is very marketable.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to be good. People are gonna watch him. Wing C. Wing C's pretty good. I've been
Actually
watching
good,
some of but at the same time, it's like if Moneyberg was like up going to build up a fight, people are gonna watch because people have their own opinions on it, and you just have to drive that curiosity in the people, and then people are like, all right, we're gonna watch it. So
yeah.
I do think you don't even have to be that freaking good at jiu-jitsu, but if you're able to kind of build something up, people are gonna be entertained no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't. It's just money's not going to influence him. So he's just like, all right, why should I even fight?
Yeah.
So, but if he
Nah.
needed money, he would already had the matches. But now he's like, why for what? But it would be cool to see that full compete against
Mm-hmm.
somebody kind of popular around his age, same skills. It would be cool to watch. It'd just be entertaining. And
Yeah.
then if he would win, he'd be talking all this shit.
Yep.
It'd be cool because
Sell a
we need that
course.
kind of stuff, bro. Like, yeah, we need some action in jujitsu, some controversy. Gordon Ryan was talking a lot of shit, like he does in the CJI. But hey, on the Fight Companion, he's still sick and he doesn't really train.
Really?
He gets tired. Yeah, I was like listening
Um.
to him. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's all fucked up, bro. He can't train. He's like, oh, hyperventilating after 3 minutes of rolling.
What?
Yeah, so he can't train, bro. So he's out of shape.
Is he like retired now, or like what's going on?
It seems like he's retired, kind of, and just I don't think he's ever going to compete. That's what it looks like, and he's just teaching the class, and he's still getting staff. I don't know, bro. These guys in the staff thing it's fucking scary, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like, all right, he's known for training all day, but you training all day, you wearing the same fucking, not showering. I mean, not cleaning up. You see the mats, so it's like that's kind of how I see it. I'm like, and then you're pushing your immune system, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
sometimes training every day or being in the gym all day on the mats is probably not the fucking way to go. I mean, I think that kind of falls into overtraining, and I mean that's what all these guys do. I mean, Nicky Rod kind of gets staff a lot. B
He had
team,
staff in the CJI, right?
Yeah, and he still competed. They're like, nah, it wasn't fucking contagious. I'm like, whatever, dude. Like that's fucking gross.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I got staff. Well, I believe it was staff. They were saying it wasn't, but it looked like fucking staff to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the chills at night. I was tired as fuck. Had to go to work with that shit. I couldn't imagine competing with fucking a staph infection, dude. That shit fucking drained the fuck out of me, dude. I
Sounds
don't know how they
terrible.
do it, dude. Like
Yeah.
just IV vitamins. They probably took a lot of shit, but to perform on that, I'm like, damn, that shit was impressive, bro. If you really look at it.
I think Gordon did that to himself, right? He was taking all these antibiotics like every day, or I don't know what he
Yeah,
was doing. It's like, bro, how can that be good for you? If you're taking that every single day for a full year, of course you're gonna nuke your insides.
yeah,
So that I feel like that's a special case because like one, he's trying to be the best in the world. Two, you're freaking nuking your inside. So it's like how there's not really a lot of like people who can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of people who like train every day, but I feel like it's different once you're a professional athlete. Like that's what you got to do. You got to train every single day. He's known for not missing a single day of training. I believe Mikey's like that too, where they train 6 hours a day every day. No days off. But like
I think he had some staff problems too.
he almost died from ulcers in his last one championship thing. He was doing some Hicks and Gracie type breathing. He almost died. Like I don't think
Damn,
people
bro.
realize how much like of how much these guys dedicate themselves to the sport, like to be able to be good. So it's just crazy that these guys are doing that and they're still not getting paid. Like, bro, like it's wild. I think I saw a podcast right now, White Monster podcast with Chris Wojcik, and he was talking about it was like a year ago where he was competing for $700 a tournament and he didn't even win. And it's like
Damn, that
that's
hurts.
yeah, bro. These guys are training, risking their limbs getting broken on the daily, and that's just part of it, bro. Sometimes you go to class and you got some angry dude trying to throw elbows at you, and you're like,
Yeah,
man, it's like
fucking,
no one's paying me. I'm
what
paying
the
to
fuck
do
is
this,
that?
and some people are just trying to scrap, and it's like, damn, like it's a lot. It's a lot, and I think the people who don't train don't really realize it, but like the people who do train consistently, they know there's stuff like that happens.
Man, yeah. This going back to that, it's like, yeah, dude. Sometimes I'm in there and I'm just like, last time we trained, I was like, damn, bro, like we're fucking scrapping in here. I'm like, after you get hit elbowed in the face once, you're like, damn, like I'm paying for this shit.
Yeah,
But then you're like, yo, this shit is kind of fun though. This is hella fun. Like,
yeah,
you know, this is the
yeah. I
closest
do.
you're gonna get to a real fight. I mean, sparring, bro, going at it, and it's fun, dog. I don't know how to explain it. It's like some primal shit. Makes you
Hmm.
feel alive.
Yeah.
There's so many benefits to jiu-jitsu. It's just like a natural thing. You're like, whoa, it's like something that we as we move on as human beings, it's like we get farther and farther to like what we were here on earth. Most people don't know how to fish, don't know how to hunt, can't fight, don't work out. Food comes easy to us, and we
Yep.
live these fishy lives, and it's like we're getting far from nature. And like I think that's one of the elements. You go to jiu-jitsu, you got your tribe.
Hmm.
You get to feel what it's like, how it was primitively, like someone trying to kill you or you're trying to defend your family. It's like
True.
it's crazy,
It
bro.
is. It's
it's
just
it's
like that.
it's some kind of, like it's like catching a fish. You've been fishing, you get that feeling, you eat it, you're like, whoa, this is
Yeah.
fucking, it tastes better, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, got
Yeah,
hunts. I think when Galval was talking about after day one of CJI, he's like, day two we're gonna go to hunt, and I was looking at the big screen. I'm like, Galval is like legit like a tribal warrior. Like that was like the vibes I got from Galval. I'm like, this dude, if we're like in primitive times, that fool's leading the pack, bro.
for
And
sure.
it's like, yeah, and it's like, yeah, those are the things that you think about, especially when you train. I feel like that's something cool about the jiu-jitsu community because people can relate to that and like kind of like
Know what you're saying.
understand
Hmm.
about like those primitive type of feelings and movements because it's like you're during a roll, depending on the intensity, like your emotional state, maybe if you have adrenaline coming in, like you feel like you're in danger. You're like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm in danger right now. I
yeah,
need to get out. There's not a lot of things, where you feel that. Maybe like skateboarding or like motor biking, stuff like that. But
yeah.
it's just like you have to understand yourself, how you respond in those type of situations. So It's just it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to work on it, to build those skills. And there's not a lot of things like we playing basketball. You're not gonna be like, oh, this guy's gonna try to. I mean, unless he tries to fight you, but that's a fight.
Yeah,
It's different,
that's like
So
rare. Yeah,
yeah.
there's
So
been a few of those, but
yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
But hell yeah, man, jiu-jitsu's dope. Yeah, man, what were we talking about? But yeah,
I
Moneyberg,
know we went Moneyberg and then Gordon Ryan talking
Ryan.
about his stomach. But yeah, man, dude's. If he's just focused on having a school, that's what we're just talking about. It's like maybe that's just the best path for him to have some money, have some students. Maybe Gordon Ryan's just trying to be the next Danaher and pass down the line of passing down, sharing technique.
Just gotta shave his head, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? Danaher pulled up to a wedding and
Dude, that fool was dripped out looking like Blade, bro. I was like, what?
the leather coat, the Louis belt,
Yep.
Louis Vuitton belt.
Fool got paid, bro.
Yeah, it's like when the cash hits the account, bro. Return of the Mac, bro. That fool came out with the fucking Return of the
Out the
Mac.
mat. Yep.
I was like, damn.
That was
The
funny.
rash guard still, just in case.
Just in case shit goes down, that fool's ready, bro. Senkaku, was it Juji Gatami? Started talking Japanese.
And then he had the pants were kind of baggy too, so they're kind of like gi pants. So he's like, if I have to roll, if these motherfuckers try to test me out here, like that shit
Yeah.
was funny, bro. The fucking imagine wearing a rash guard to a wedding, bro. Just pulling up. It's like a nice one though. It's like a diamond or some
Had
shit.
a little logo in the middle.
Yeah, it was like,
It's
what
like,
the
oh,
fuck?
this shit, it's fancy. He bought his wedding rash guard, and
Damn,
then
bro.
that explains jujitsu people to a T, bro. Like, you got some fools that are just ready to scrap 24/7. Doesn't matter if you're at a wedding. I'ma still rock my rash guard. I'll be
Damn.
ready for whatever. But that
You
was
think
a
that's
funny clip.
that was classic? Do you think that's equivalent to like back in the day we used to wear the basketball shorts underneath the
Yeah.
fucking
Yep.
pants
Yep.
all
Go
the
to
time?
school. Yeah. Have the shorts underneath just in case a game breaks out. You got to be ready. You got to be able to. Bah, bah, bah.
You know what's funny, dude? Like before I got into jiu-jitsu, like random people would tell me like, "Hey, do you train? Do you train? You should go train." Like it was weird, bro. Like
Yeah.
I'd get that a lot.
I had
And
that happen twice, where like my friends would be like, "Hey, you should train jujitsu, or we should do this jujitsu thing." I'm like, I've never had someone tell me like we should do like a martial art before. Like it was weird.
Yeah, I remember when I moved out here to the Central Coast. I was this is many years ago, 20 fucking 17. This guy I was at the park and this guy's like, "Oh, I do jujitsu," and he's like, I'm like, "Well," I was like, "That's cool." I was like, "What do you wear? You wear gi? What do you wear?" He's like, "Oh, kind of like." I was like, he was calling me out or some shit. He's like, "Kind of what you're wearing now." I just had like shorts and a shirt, so I guess he did no gi. And he's like,
Uh,
"Yeah, we can." And he was kind of like, "Yeah, we can do some rolling right here." I was like, "Fuck
what?
that, bro."
At
I
a
was like,
park?
"Yeah, dude." I was like, "Who the
That's
fuck is this
insane.
guy?" Yeah, I
Yeah.
was at a park and I was like, "Fuck that! This guy's gonna fucking do some weird shit on me." I already knew
Yeah.
armbar or some shit. He's like, "You should do it. You should do it." That happened like at least 2 or 3 times in my life, like where
Mhm.
somebody was like, "You gotta go," like. And another time when I was working as a phlebotomist, this guy he'd come in, donate blood, and he'd be like, "Yeah, man, you should do the jujitsu. It'll toughen you up." And nah, you need to do that. And I was just like, all right, one day, dude. That shit's expensive, bro. Like if you're on a tight budget, you
Yeah.
gotta throw up. You
Mhm.
gotta throw like 160 a month plus
Mhm.
the gi, and I was like, hey, man, when I get my paper up, for sure, bro. I can
Holla
see
back.
why a lot of people, don't do
Mhm.
it, and that's on the cheap side. A lot of
True.
these gyms be like 200, right?
250. I think B
Yeah,
team is like 250, 300.
yeah. So that's on the lower side, but yeah, I guess we'll talk. You want to talk about the
I think
last? Oh, sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. No. I thought the last card was dope. I thought, the fight in Paris was gonna be dope. I didn't really watch all the fights. Usually I'm like super active when it comes to all the fights. I'll watch the prelims, the main card. I only caught a little bit of the main event, but did any fight stand out to you? I know you're able to check it out.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember some of these freaking fights, bro.
I would say
know there's a lot.
BSD and Roofy was like the biggest upset. Like people didn't really expect that to happen.
Yeah. There was one fight that ended in leg kicks. Which fight was that?
Oh
This guy was
yeah.
just leg kicking the shit out of this one dude. Was that a prelim? It was this fight right here. Fernandez versus this guy Harry. Why does he look like that, bro? Looks like a Minecraft character or some shit.
I
But
don't know.
yeah, Fernandez was
Yeah,
leg kicking this
saw it.
guy,
Hmm.
and he just quit, bro. I was like, damn.
He like tried to switch stances, right? Like he was getting beat up
Oh
on both
yeah.
legs. It's
Oh
like that
yeah.
you like when you're playing the UFC game and you see like the leg getting red on the top, and it's
Yeah.
like it was cooked already, bro. Like it was, I saw that, I'm like, yeah, there's no way. He couldn't even stand on it. Dude was letting him get back up. He just went back after he kicked him the last time. He just walked away. He's like, this guy, he's not gonna fight, and the ref stopped it.
But yeah. BSD came through with it. Ruffy, I don't know, bro. This grappling, what does he gotta? I don't know. He's got to work on that, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think
I don't know.
a lot of people were like expecting Rufy to just like knock this fool out, how he knocked out Bobby Green. BSD's had some tough fights, bro. He's been like on a bad streak. I mean, he had Moicano, he had Dustin
Mm,
Poirier. I think he had one more where he lost, and it's like, damn, like they're really. And then they gave him Rufy, the fighter who has like one of the most momentum, and
mhm.
he ends up submitting him in France, fool. And those guys just went crazy. Those guys, those French fans, they go absolutely
They go
bananas.
wild, bro.
So I do think, I love the fighting nerds. I love the hype behind it. But like, if your boy goes down right before you go out, that's got to do something to you mentally, right? Where you're
Yeah.
like, oh my boy, I train with this guy every day. How did he lose? And then you
How
just
did he lose? Shit.
against another French guy too. So it's like that's got to be like, I was
Damn.
like, I was like thinking like Kyle has all the like this is his biggest moment in his career. This one of his boys just goes down. He's gonna have a 5 round main event over there in France against Imavov, who's beat Adesanya. He's on a
Mm,
crazy run right now,
dude,
and that's like I was thinking about it. I'm like, this guy has a big challenge ahead of him.
I just saw like Brahalo. He was just taking a lot of shots to the dome, bro. Like he was taking some heavy shots to the head,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of just what I remember him just getting beat up like that. And he looked kind of slow. I don't know if he was tired or what, but Imavov, I don't know. Do you think he's got what it takes? Is he gonna get a fucking title fight or what? What's
Against
going on here?
Hamzat, I think so. I think
Is that the next fight?
yeah, I think so. I think he's earned it for sure. Like I think he's beat the biggest names. I mean, they could give him. I think just straight to
Who
Chimaev,
to
bro. I
give?
know.
I
Was
don't
it
know.
Derrida and Hernandez are gonna go against each other? But
Mhm.
it's interesting because like if Hernandez wins or if Derrida wins, like that should be the next title shot. So I think Chimaev is gonna be active, bro. I don't think Imavov is gonna be able to stop
No,
his
Chimaev.
yeah. I don't think Imavov is gonna stop Chimaev's grappling. So
Shit.
it's gonna be rough, but I think he should get it.
I wonder when they're gonna make that fight happen.
Hopefully
Early
soon.
next year.
I would hope like as soon as they can.
Yeah, it's as if Chimaev's if he's healthy,
Hmm.
like just get that fool, get the ball rolling. I'm sure he's like, fuck it, run it. But yeah, man, it's like to see fighting nerds go out like that. I'm just like, damn it,
True.
they're a fan favorite, you know.
Hmm.
So
Gene Silva, another fighting nerd next week, or yeah, the Noche UFC with Diego
oh yeah,
Lopez.
check that out.
There hasn't been the only Brazilian to win a main event this year is Johnny Walker, bro. And we've had the biggest Brazilian athletes compete this year. Poatan, had just had Buhailo. Actually, well, Diego Lopez is Brazilian as well, so no matter what, they're gonna get a Brazilian winning the main event. But
yeah,
at the
yeah.
same time, Johnny Walker is the only guy who's won, which is kind of crazy.
He's kind of represents Mexico a little bit.
Yep, the Mexican hands.
So I guess that kind of goes along with it. Good
Yeah,
enough.
yeah,
That's gonna be a banger. Can't wait to watch that. Who do you got?
yeah.
Do you got a pick on that yet? Diego
Oh,
Lopez.
I'm going Lopez, bro. I'm going.
Ooh.
I think Lopez. I think he's gonna bounce back after that Volk loss. That Volk
That
fight
was
was a
tough.
war, bro. So
Oh
I
man,
I
I
do
gotta
think
go
he's
watch that.
hungry. Yeah,
Hell yeah! I feel like he's like, hey, this is as rough as it's gonna get. No pun intended. You know, the dog
yeah.
out
Like,
here.
who do you think would win versus Volk and Gene Silva? Like, I think Volk still beats.
Whew,
I
I
think
think
Volk's.
Volk.
I think so. I
Volk
think so.
just seems locked in. Whatever he did in fucking Thailand, bro.
Yeah, true.
God
That fool was
damn.
freaking in shape, bro. That fool was
I was
in
like,
shape.
what the
It
fuck?
didn't even look real. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's crazy. But I would like to see Diego bounce back and get the title. You know,
Yeah,
it would be cool, a cool
it would.
story to see.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a few other fighters here.
Chiwiwi was supposed to be on here, bro. He got hurt.
He's not.
It kind of sucks.
Got
He was supposed to
Gaslam
be that
on there.
co-main.
He's gonna gas out.
Ooh, Kevin
No, just
Gastelum.
looking like a refrigerator.
That dude's hands, like the last fight against Piper, I thought just started doing like all these like crazy, like I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really seen all the fights on this card, but I do think it's gonna be entertaining no matter what. It's supposed to be in Mexico, but now it's in Texas, I believe.
San Antonio,
Yeah.
not too far.
No.
We got fucking Dustin Stoltzfus. Never heard of him.
Never heard of him either.
Got a guy with no fucking picture, Santiago Luna.
I don't know why the UFC can't take pictures, bro. They'll be like main events. I think what was it that guy that fought Lerone Murphy? What was his name? Aaron Pico. They didn't have a picture for Aaron Pico.
Yeah. Come on, man. Got I remember this dude. Medina.
Yeah, he got freaking he got knocked TKO, which is his last fight.
Tatiana Suarez and Lemos. Good time to go grab a snack. You got this felon right here. Dumas is gonna fight.
Bro, I just saw on Instagram that fool has $12 in his bank account right now. Bro.
Oh my god, is he gonna be able to get there?
I don't know. I don't know.
How's he gonna get to the fucking arena, bro?
He's got to win, right? Like you got to win because if you don't,
can't afford to lose.
I can't afford to lose.
That's crazy, bro.
I know he's in a lot of legal trouble. He's got arrested like 8 times, bro. Like Dumas, I don't know what he's got going on right now, bro.
It was crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's hard to top the OG Noche, I guess. But
oh yeah, I feel like they could have done way better on this card. Get Brandon Moreno in there and just get some big names like Yair if you're trying to build up the name. But
I guess this is your shot. I mean, this is the co-main event. Rob Font and David Martinez.
yeah,
I guess
that was supposed to be the Chiwiwis fight.
So I guess this is their shot, bro, to fucking do some crazy shit.
Yep.
But damn, yeah, this card. I mean, at least we got a good main event.
True. Then we have Canelo Crawford on the same night. So
hopefully, yeah, we can watch both of those fights.
Yep.
3 p.m. That's just gonna start.
Oh, I'm sure Dana White did that on purpose, right? He's like, because he's promoting the hell out of that Crawford.
Oh,
Canelo
you're
fight.
right. Okay.
So he's like, I'm gonna make 2 bags, brother. And put on black at the end.
Fucking slap. He still got that
slap
going.
Fight. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yep. So I think we got some good stuff going on.
Yeah.
I feel like we talked about a lot of good stuff on today's pod, bro. Today.
Oh yeah. I don't know, man. Anything else you want to add? Anything else? There was a jiu-jitsu thing in San Diego. Shout out to Kai.
Oh yeah, shout out to Kai, bro. Yeah, shout out to Kai.
Man.
Against one of Gio Martinez's students, bro. Once I saw that fool walk out, I'm like, that's a grown ass dude. Kai's like a little younger.
He's a young buck. Fucking like grown ass. He's fighting a grown ass man, bro.
Yep. And he was in the guillotine. Did you see that?
Yeah, a crazy guillotine for a minute, and he just kind of.
He kind of just. And I'm like,
yeah. Hopefully he's all right. He finished him with like a heel hook or something, or
yeah.
Imagine heel hooking somebody from fucking 10th Planet. Bro, and Gio Martinez is right there yelling on the side. And from San Diego.
Yeah,
you got to feel good about that W, bro.
For sure.
I mean, that's all they fucking do. I mean, I think Kai trains in the gi as well. Yeah, he trains in the gi.
A lot.
He does train every day, but that's got to feel good. And they were kind of clowning him a little bit because they're like, San Luis, Cal Poly. He's like, oh, so smart guys do jiu-jitsu now? Like, and then you see this full heel hook, and they're like, all right, like they're gonna start to know his name, bro. He keeps doing things like that. So, and Kai's like, he said he's just having fun. He has a whole career. He's into like marketing and stuff. So he's like, I'm not even looking to be the best jiu-jitsu guy, but hey, bro, you keep winning like that. I mean, San Diego's tough, bro. I mean, it's kind of like a mecca right there. SoCal,
it is.
You got a lot of good jiu-jitsu guys, gyms down there. You got Atos down there, right? You got the freaks down there, 10th Planet. So that's that's dope.
And if you guys haven't checked that pod out, we talked to Kai Malik, who just competed at Fight to Win over there in San Diego. Talked to him, talked about kind of his jiu-jitsu journey, what he's doing right now. So check that out. It was a great podcast as well. Hopefully we can have him on soon. You know, that was a good dub. It's good to know like people who are competing, who are trying to get out there. That's why we have the podcast, bro. I know we're talking about different streams of or different avenues to make some money. That's why we're trying to grow the podcast, trying to grow our audience. Talk about jiu-jitsu. It's a lot of cool stuff that can happen in the sport, and it goes to mixed martial arts. It goes to like gi, no gi. It's not just one thing. So we're excited to be able to talk to those guys.
That event was dope, by the way. I saw a lot of good matches, gi matches too. I was impressed. I was like, these guys are going after it, and it's cool that it was on YouTube through Flow for free.
For free. They need more of that.
Yeah, exciting. Definitely want to make my way down to San Diego and check out some of these gyms, get our ass kicked down there.
Yeah, gotta check it out, bro.
But yeah,
see what's up.
Be on the roll.
Be on the roll. Like, subscribe. Stay tuned in next week. Let's go, guys.
Yeah, man. Stay black.
Stay black.